Why? Hello there! Welcome back to the Love Letters to Broadway podcast, the podcast that gives you Broadway tips, Broadway tricks, Broadway advice, the podcast where we talk about our adventures
Oh, hell
as
yeah.
two besties seeing Broadway shows, navigating the Broadway scene, buying tickets to shows, and doing whatever the FUCK we wanna do,
As we should.
as we should. I'm a little loopy today.
I'm alive this week. So sorry.
Skylar's alive! I'm
That
loopy, Skylar's alive.
I'm alive. Last week I was Oh wait, my name is Skylar.
I'm Michelle, but you probably figured that
You figured
out
it out.
by now.
Last week I was listening back and I was like, oh my God, I was in so much pain. So you're
Mhm,
welcome for sitting here and doing it because
mhm.
that was the worst pain I've ever felt.
You were a trooper.
I was a trooper
She was
somehow.
a trooper. So
You can
Skylar's
hear it in my voice
alive.
though.
Yeah, you hear the difference now.
Yeah.
So Skylar's alive. I'm loopy as HELL. I'm coming off my birthday rush.
Yeah, we got an exciting weekend. Thank God.
I am so excited. I'm so excited to celebrate my
Loopy.
birthday with Skylar. We have a lot of plans.
It's gonna be loopy.
Gonna be loopy.
Oh, we can talk about it because this comes out. Oh, what am I saying?
This comes out on Sunday, so we can talk about that what we're gonna do on Saturday for my birthday.
We can manifest the second show.
I don't even think we manifested it on the last podcast because we really couldn't talk about it
No,
yet.
I think we did. I think we said Little Shop.
We did. We said Little Shop or Operation Mincemeat Lottery when I think, but we
Yeah,
couldn't really be detailed. But now we can talk about it.
detailed, which always works better for us.
So listen to the end to find out
Dun dun dun
what
dun.
we're actually doing on Saturday for my birthday because
So
I'm an
excited.
old woman.
No, I mean we're old.
Mm.
That's all right. You know what? We're gonna age like fine wine. So,
That's very true. And you know
and
what?
we're hot as hell.
I'm still in my 20s. I'm still in my 20s, so I'll take
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
I'll take it. So, this week we have a very exciting week ahead. First, we're going to be talking about our hyperfixations for the week, like we always do, because you guys know we obsess over a lot. Then we're going to talk about Broadway news. We have a lot of Broadway news this week since the Tonys has been insane. Literally,
Stressful.
shows are dropping left and right, and
Shows
then
people like
shows people. Um, so true. And
it's so
then
stressful.
this week we're actually gonna go back a few weeks to talk about a show that we saw a few weeks ago, but we with all the Tony stuff we haven't had a chance to talk about yet, which is Old Friends. We're gonna finally do a show review of Stephen Sondheim's Old Friends, which I'll be very straightforward. We both loved it, but we're gonna deep dive into it.
Yeah. We'll go back based on like what we saw in order.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we're definitely gonna have a few weeks of show reviews coming out for you guys, and what's very exciting is already in 5 episodes from now, it's episode 50, and then 2 weeks
Please.
later, it's our 1 year anniversary of Love Letters to Broadway.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for a year. We've been consistent with something for a year.
Oh, yeah, we've been doing this for a year. I'm very proud of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we should start getting into our hyperfixations for the week. Skylar and I may have or may not have already had a little conversation, and we do know that one of our hyperfixations aligns, but
Do you want to talk about that first?
yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sing you all a little song
A little song
to
for your ears.
introduce our hyperfixation. Ready?
Yep.
This has been stuck in my head all week. Ready? Yeah, boo boo, yeah, boo. La boo boo, la boo boo, la boo.
So we need a Labubu.
Is anyone else on Labubu Talk?
Like, it's not fair. I want one so bad.
See, at first I was like, this is the ugliest freaking gremlin little thing I've ever seen. Then
Yeah.
I was like, it may be growing on me. And now I think they're so ugly and they're really creepy, but I think I need one just because I'm gonna have FOMO. And my whole FYP has become Labubus.
So Trisha Paytas has like a lot of them, and everyone keeps giving it to her. And her editor, Jimmy, he's obsessed with it, and his Labubus keep getting stolen off of his porch because they get delivered, and he gets like the rare ones that are so much money. And people be stealing.
Okay, okay, but he also like he should know if he has a package coming,
Yeah,
take it
he
off
said
the
that.
porch.
Yeah, he watches it and he goes down like within like seconds.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
knows in where he lives.
That's creepy.
Isn't that crazy?
But people are crazy. Did you hear that a Labubu resold, a really rare one, was sold last week for $150,000?
Oh my God. Who has that much money?
I don't know, but I would love to spend $40 on a box of Labubus and come out $150,000 richer. I need that
Yeah,
money.
right? Like, what the heck? I want one so bad. I want it so badly.
So, one of the things that Skylar and I are doing for my birthday
Mhm.
is we're gonna be going to this like Japanese arcade thing. So, pray for us that there's a Labubu claw machine.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be so stressed out.
So stressed out. If there's a Labubu claw machine, we are
That's
trying
all
for
we're
it until
doing.
we win.
Yeah,
But
that's
the thing
all we're
is, but the thing is, we have to both get a Labubu. So we both have to try to win.
or shared
That's
custody. You get 1 week. Could you
we can
imagine?
share custody. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. You get Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
Sundays is shared custody.
It's we take it to the city. That's a
Oh
good
my God!
that's a good TikTok. Don't take it. Excuse me, do not take that. That's my idea. If you're listening, my idea.
Labubu in the city.
And just take it on like a two-show day from its point of view and pretend like it's vlogging.
Labubu goes to Broadway.
My idea. I
If I
like
see any of you TikTokers using that this week, I know you
we're gonna
listen to
fight.
this
We're
podcast.
gonna fight.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna fight.
fight.
Copyright, copyright, copyright. We're doing that once we get a little.
Copyright. Labubu goes to Broadway is ours.
And how about like Labubu meets the Outsiders cast?
They're gonna be like, are you girls all right? Are you okay?
We're running out of ideas, sir, for our TikToks.
Dress up our Labubu as Pony Boy.
Oh my God. Copyright, copyright, copyright.
They're gonna be like, what's wrong with these girls? Like, what's actually wrong with you?
I think they've seen worse, if we're being honest. So I think we're good.
Oh,
Dun dun
oh.
dun. Got
Skylar
him.
went there. Skylar
Got him.
got him.
Yeah, so we're kind of obsessed. And if you have one or you know where to get them, please,
Well,
share the info.
what we need to do is you have to go on Pop Mart at like
Yeah.
9:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's when they drop, but apparently it's incredibly hard to get them. But we could try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, do you want to start with your songs of the week?
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
I had a strange week. Really, 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 really random songs. And I think it's because I need music recommendations. So if anybody out there wants to give us some, greatly appreciated. But at 3, because I watched it, because we're at the end of the school year, so like obviously we're watching movies because I'm not teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. We watched the live Little Mermaid. Um,
Mm. Great
and
movie. Great movie.
so at 3, I've been really obsessed with Wild Uncharted Waters. Like just obsessed with that song.
Okay, how many weeks did I have that on my list? You know that's my man.
Yeah, like I
That's
don't
my
know why,
man.
but I don't know why. I
When
just
he
was
goes,
like,
that accent, when he goes, wild uncharted waters,
I love that.
far beyond the sea.
So good. Well, that's
Oh
what
my
I was like.
God.
I liked the accent, like, and also like a side hyperfixation for some reason is Spring Awakening. Don't know why. Um,
Hmm.
and I was going through the TikToks of the West End, um, they got together, the original cast got together and did like a concert, like our Broadway cast did here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm kind of obsessed with hearing their accents in the songs. Like usually
Mm-hmm.
they kind of hide it. Like Jamie Moscato and Heather's, he doesn't have a British accent. But
Yeah.
hearing him sing with a British accent in the Spring Awakening, I was like, oh, I like this.
Honestly, though, it's like really hot when people sing with an
Right?
accent. Like, let me hear your accent.
Right? And Jack Wolf too.
Mm-hmm.
Singing with the accent. I was like, ooh, okay. I'm gonna take one of those. Thank you.
Ooh.
Um,
As Skylar says, ooh,
oh, just unwell.
ooh.
Unwell. So
So
okay. So
funny.
yeah, men with accents. 10 out of 10. Okay, so then at two, this was actually on your list a couple of weeks ago, which is weird. One Way Road from Gatsby.
Ooh.
That's such a good song.
That's fantastic. Great choice.
It's underrated.
Very underrated.
Underrated. Is Myrtle from Queens or Long Island?
Queens.
Hmm.
The rest are from Long Island.
Hmm.
And then they go into Manhattan.
Yeah. Because I feel like her accent sounds Long Islandy.
I think that's how Queens accents were back in the day.
Yeah. Okay, and then at one, very strange, very strange. Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley.
Somebody's been watching Lilo and Stitch.
A lot of it. So I've been in like an Elvis kick. I
I
don't
don't
know.
blame you.
I
I
don't
don't blame you.
throwback to when I played it on our way to Tony's.
We're sitting in the car and she's like, Michelle, I need to play you a song. I don't know if you heard this song. I need to play it for you. It's on my mind. She plays Elvis. I'm like, are you serious? You think I don't know this?
No, I didn't say that. I said I just need to play it because I'm jamming to it in my head.
I thought you thought I didn't know it.
No, I know you know Burn in Love by Elvis. Everybody knows that song.
I would hope so. Okay, good.
Yeah. So I've been in like, I don't know, his voice is actually oddly soothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was Elvis for a reason.
Yeah, poor man. Or not poor man. I don't know. Controversial. Um, TV shows wise, I finished Ginny and Georgia.
I haven't watched it yet. Don't spoil.
I'm not gonna spoil, but oh my God.
I know the twist. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah. I somehow was able to avoid the TikToks, which I was so happy about. That's what I did
Mm-hmm.
last Saturday. I just sat there and watched all of it. Holy moly, that is a good show. So if you haven't watch it before you get it spoiled. Book wise, I actually have two recommendations. So audiobooks, I love when the audiobooks has a male and female voice if it's the two main characters are male and female. I don't like when a female, puts on the male voice. Like I want a male.
Mm-hmm.
So this book series is a Done and Dusted, a Rebel Blue Ranch novel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a series and it just started a couple of days ago. I have like an hour left of the book, but it's spicy.
Ooh.
Like you're gonna be looking around while you're listening to it and be like, I hope no one can hear what I'm listening to right now because oh my God.
Ooh. Skylar likes her spice.
I like
You know what? That's what we should be doing during our car rides. We should
listening
pick
to
like
book.
a we should list pick like a really spicy book and we can listen to the audiobook as we drive in.
That's a good idea. I gotta
That'd be
feel
funny. That'd be funny.
because we would be that's a good idea.
Can we re-listen to After? I love
Yes.
After.
But like it has to be for some reason for me. I can't do when the female is making a male voice. I hate it.
Oh, I don't want that. No, absolutely not.
I need a male.
Give me a man.
And this one has it, and I'm like, ooh.
Let's re-listen to A Court of Thorns and Roses.
They have the live action ones, which I
Let's
love.
let's listen to that in the
The
car.
graphic, not live action, graphic novels. They have that for Fourth
Mm-hmm.
Wing too.
Mm-hmm.
Zayden, hearing his voice,
I
being like,
never read
my
Fourth
woman.
Wing yet. I still have it. I gotta read it.
I read it and I listened to the books because I'm just obsessed. And hearing the guy who plays Zayden go, my woman, my chair. I was like, oh, oh.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's not an extreme spoiler because you don't know
Mm.
which woman I'm talking about.
Which woman? Oh, there's multiple.
Oh yeah, it's a college.
Oh. Oh, it's a college. I didn't know that spoiler alert.
Well, it's a writer's quadrant.
Mm.
I'm a weirdo. I like my fantasy. Okay. So that's my first. If you like spice and you like audiobooks, highly recommend. And then my second is I'm reading the fourth book of the series, Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Same thing, fantasy realm. Um, love it. Just like my fantasy. But that's a good series. I mean, it is young adult, so sometimes you want her to go into the spice, but they kind of
Hmm.
stop. Like they'll be like, "Oh, we opened the door to the room, and he pulled me in," and then the chapter ends. So I do wish that she kind of transitioned more into like adult, but
Hmm.
still sweet series. Man pining over a woman, you know,
The huge.
I guess what we all want in life.
Hmm. Preach.
So yeah, I had a long week of randomness.
Excellent week though.
Yeah.
Very good choices. So my week is also extremely random.
Right?
It's been a weird week. So in my number three spot, as I think I've mentioned on here before, even though Skylar hates it,
Um,
I take country line dancing classes and I also go out country line dancing. And so in my number three spot is the song Pop That Fan by Cupid. It's actually not really country line dancing. It's considered country soul line dancing. And it's not really a country vibe at all. It's really more like R&B. It's like, pop that fan.
I saw on TikTok.
That song?
Yeah, it's all over the cruise ships.
No, you're thinking probably thinking of Boots on the Ground. Because
Um,
Boots on the Ground is I get and then Miss Shirley dances too. It's the little girl and she goes,
right.
pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. But that's the same thing. You do it with the clappers, with the giant clacking fans. And actually at my line dancing class these past couple weeks, we've been practicing with the clacking fans.
Hmm.
I have one that has pretty butterflies on it. So, um, Pop That Fan is in my number three spot. It's actually a really good song. I should play it for you. It's like it jams and there's like this little beat that almost sounds like Inspector Gadget in the middle of the song. It's really cool actually. But it's not country vibes at all, even though you do it in country line dancing.
Hmm.
Number two, you're not gonna expect at all. But the song is Born to Lead from Operation Mincemeat, which is the song they performed on the Tony Awards. Now, we know nothing about Operation Mincemeat. We haven't seen it yet. But I kept watching the Tony Hawk performance. And I was like, this song is kind of catchy the more you listen to
Yeah.
it. And I was like, but I don't understand a word they're saying. So I was like, let me listen to the album. And I didn't know it's actually the opening of the show. The
Hmm.
opening of the show, the song is actually extended. It's much longer, and there's dialogue in it. And you actually, one, can understand every single word they're saying when you listen to the album, like of that song. And having the other context that they took out for the Tony Awards performance helps the song actually make sense.
Okay.
Like I didn't realize what it actually is. Like it's actually supposed to be a joke because they're all working as like they're not like actually in the army and the navy. They're not fighting. They're actually like the behind the scenes people like planning the missions out. But it's supposed to be that they're all like these rich snobby kids like
Um,
who grew up like snobby and they think they know all that because they have brains. And then they're all like fighting for
wow.
like the position of scheduling like what's our next plan gonna be to attack the Germans. And they have a whole conversation about the actual plan, which is they need to figure out how to distract the Germans from taking over Sicily. Like the actual song makes sense now.
Yeah.
So you should listen to it because I think it'd be helpful. But again, I do want to see that show.
I do too. I definitely want.
Now understanding the song too, and it's actually really catchy now. I really want to see it.
Mhm.
Um, and then in my number one position is A Cure for Love from Boop.
Of course.
But not even because of Faith Prince's part, it's because I love when the other three are harmonizing at the end and they're like, yeah, and like they just get
Yeah.
so into it and it's such like a soul vibe and it's like I love a good trio number. People don't
Yeah.
talk about trios enough. They talk about solos, they talk about duets, but give some appreciation for a trio.
We do love when overlapping harmonies.
I love harmonies. Love a good harmony. Very true.
I'm a little stressed about Boop.
I am too with all these closing announcements. I'm scared. They better not go anywhere.
It better not.
Um, I would hope they don't. But anyway, so those are my songs for the week. Um, in terms of television shows, I'm still watching Degrassi, as
Mhm.
we all know. I've been following along with that show. I'm now on season 5. Peter has shown up. And if any of you have watched Degrassi, you know why I said Peter has shown up. And um Craig and Manny are back together, so that makes my heart happy. And JT's an idiot, and that's all I'm gonna say. And I think you have to watch Degrassi to understand any of those words I just said.
You have no idea.
And he'll tell you gotta watch Degrassi. You're gonna watch it with me. I'm gonna make you. And then, um, another TV show I've been obsessing over this week. I know you're not gonna expect from me, but you may expect it only because I'm a child at heart, as I sit here wearing my Trolls TV, my Trolls, again, the band movie one, whatever it is, t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
Um, I've been rewatching Rugrats All Grown Up.
There's a new one.
You don't know what All Grown Up is?
It's new.
No, maybe it's before your time, because maybe that's our generation gap right there.
I
So
wasn't
they,
allowed to watch the Rugrats.
why?
I think because of Angelica.
She didn't do anything wrong. She was just bratty.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my mom didn't want me to like turn into a bratty kid.
I don't know. That's a first. I never heard that.
Yeah,
You should ask her why
I
you
like.
weren't allowed. But anyway, so they did a special. I guess then to tell you about it. They did a special on one of the Rugrats episodes where they were like, what would the Rugrats be like in a 10-year time jump when they're now in like middle school, high school?
Mm-hmm.
And then that episode did so well because everyone was like, "Oh my God, look at them as like older people. Like their parents can hear them talking. One, their personalities are like crazy. Like they have like real like stories." And remember, the Rugrats audience was getting older, so now at that point, they were like the age of them when they were did the
Yeah.
time jump. It did so well that they turned it into a television show called Rugrats All Grown Up. And it's about them being in like middle school, high school and there's like full 5 seasons, and like it did really well on Nickelodeon for years.
Wow.
And it's like now you have stories of them like first crushes, finding themselves. Like Phil and Lil, who are the twins, they're like, what does it mean to be a twin? Do I want to stay a twin? Like I need to have some independence. Like it's all
Yeah.
about them dealing with like older issues. Like the very first episode of Regrets All Grown Up, it's about the character Susie, and she gets scammed out of $1,000 because this lady's pretending to be a talent agent and goes to sign her. Like it's actual like real
Oh wow.
stories,
Hmm.
way
Interesting.
more adultish.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, so yeah, I've been rewatching that. I'm still on season 1,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm excited to continue watching it. And it's just an easy watch, like something easy to have on in the
On the
background.
background. Yeah. No, that makes
Um, yeah, but I can't believe you never watched Rugrats.
well, like I watched some of it, but like not
Mm-hmm. Not consistently. Wow. I
like it wasn't
loved
legal.
Rugrats growing up. That was one of my favorite. That was like probably my favorite Nickelodeon show was Rugrats.
I wasn't really a Nickelodeon. I think that's part of it. We were more
Hmm
like Disney Channel.
I was Nickelodeon Disney
PBS.
Channel.
PBS was big in my house.
I loved PBS.
Like,
I was really like Nickelodeon, PBS, Disney Channel.
yeah, we were really Nickelodeon. Like the only thing
Hmm
was like Drake and Josh, of course, but that was like as I was older.
Yeah. I was not a Cartoon Network girl. There's people who
No,
love Cartoon Network. That wasn't.
there was a lot of shows there we weren't allowed to watch, like Cat Dog.
Cat
Um,
Dog's Nickelodeon.
yeah, I couldn't watch that.
Really? It's just a dog attached to a cat.
Probably the jokes made.
You know, I will say Nickelodeon definitely had more innuendo and adult
Yeah.
type jokes than Disney did. I mean, listen, you could watch SpongeBob and find a million innuendos.
Yeah. I don't know. I think part of it also may be my interest as a kid. Like I
Mm,
love the music and that stuff. So I love the Wiggles growing up. Like
mm.
I remember I was getting my tonsils out and the last thing I remember was watching. Hot potato
Really?
on the TV, and then I don't remember anything else.
See, I always was a Nickelodeon kid when I was like younger age. And then
Yeah.
as I got more like middle school, I transitioned to like a Disney Channel kid. But then I of course watched Nickelodeon for like Drake and Josh, Amanda Show,
Yeah, I don't know.
Victorious.
Because when I think back to my childhood, I don't remember sitting in front of a TV. Like
Mm,
I barely watched TV. We were always doing something, going to sports, going to Girl Scouts,
mm-hmm,
going to, and I also had my siblings too. They were in every sport. Well, like me, my brother,
mm,
my sister wasn't. Like when I was young, I was in like three or four sports.
mm.
So
Interesting. Yeah, we were a big TV household.
yeah, I don't think we were crafty. My mom was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
look into our childhood.
Get to know us a little
Yeah, right.
bit.
Random.
Wait, what was your favorite PBS show?
Um, what was it? Brain. Oh my God, what was it called with the cyber
Cyber Chase.
cyber chase?
Cyber Chase, we're moving. Mm-mm. I love Cyber Chase.
I
My
remember that
favorite.
being on. Like we
Hmm?
would need a little TV in the kitchen and we'd have that
Hmm. Yeah, Cyber Chase was always good. My favorite was Dragon Tales.
eat that too. Yeah. Yeah.
Loved Dragon Tales. I
That's such a
loved that. Arthur.
Arthur
Iconic.
was a good one. Oh, Franklin. Where
Oh,
was Franklin?
Franklin. I think Franklin was actually Nickelodeon.
I don't think
I don't know.
I
There was
loved
also Little Bear. I loved Little Bear.
Little Bear. See, those shows were good.
That was when TV was really good. I liked Between the Lions a little bit, but they also were creepy sometimes.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Roly Poly Oly, that's where it was at.
What were the Teletubbies on?
I think that was PBS.
Yeah.
You know another good one? Higglytown Heroes. They had some jams.
Yeah. Oswald. Madeline was my favorite. I dressed up as
Oh,
Madeline for I think
mm.
like three or four.
I used to love that live action Madeline movie.
I was the cutest little Madeline, I will admit to that. That and Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls.
Hmm.
And
See,
my sister was,
I wasn't a big Powerpuff Girls girl, but I guess that's
that
because I
was
didn't really watch Cartoon Network.
yeah. We dressed up like the Powerpuff Girls for Halloween a lot. I don't know, it's weird.
Hmm. I was also, to be honest, I was really like, I mean, I watched a lot of like TV shows, but I was really more of like, let me watch a Disney movie
Mm,
girl. Like, I mean, that was always my go-to is put on a Disney movie.
yeah.
And you weren't really a Disney kid, like
I
in that
wouldn't say
sense.
it wasn't like I think just I mean, once High School Musical came, I was High School Musical obsessed and all that. But it's again in music. I don't know.
No, but
I
that's
think
live. That's live action. I'm talking about like animated stuff.
I think a lot of it was because we were like always out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Hmm.
mean, we had a backyard with a big play set.
Mm.
We were outside, or we had a pool too at one. So
Maybe that's different too, because I grew up in an apartment, so we didn't really have all that. Like you just had to make do with what you had in the house. A lot. I mean, we'd go out and do activities, but
yeah, we
we stayed
spent
in a
like the
lot.
summer was just. I mean, my grandpa used to say, because we had a swing set, and I had long blonde hair, which is weird,
Mm.
and I'd be swinging with my hair just going in the mud, and then we make
Mm.
mud pies, like so we
Mm.
were more of the family that was just like in the dirt. Like,
Aw,
yeah. So
that's so nice.
I guess let's go back to Broadway. That's enough of reminiscing. Um, um,
Broadway news.
we got a lot of closings and like a lot of people leaving, and it's so sad. But the
I'm
one that
impressed.
really breaks our hearts, like really, like I was like actually sad. Real Women Have Curves is closing on June 29th.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry. That show by far is one of the best shows on Broadway right now. It is so much better than half those shows that performed at the Tonys. I said it. There, I said it.
Yeah.
and that's
And you
it.
know what? The story is so relevant to this day and time. This day and time. What? This,
Day and
whatever. Something.
age.
Thank you. Day and age. And it's very sad to me that they didn't get a long run at
No.
all. Would they open in April? I think 86 performances they'll have or something.
Crazy. That show deserved way more.
And I see Sandra, I believe her name is.
Hmm.
One of the cast members is actually starting a whole movement on TikTok to save real women.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
I don't know how effective it will be, but we're just saying this now. Like, if you have not gone, please go. Please
Mhm.
support the cast because they deserve it.
The show is genuinely really good.
Mhm.
Like, I will say I don't think they chose the best number to perform at the Tonys, and we said that last week too.
Yeah.
But the show really is important and it's great. It's really sad that they announced that they're closing.
It wasn't even like cringy at all. I was thinking back, I was like, it wasn't cringe. It wasn't
No.
like there wasn't any loose ends at the end of it either, which was
I
nice.
won I wonder if Justina won if they would have stayed open.
I don't know. I don't know, but it's very sad. Very sad. And I'm scared
Hmm.
for other shows and I don't know.
Yeah. Should we go through all, do you want to go through all the Broadway news with other closures and people leaving first? And then we can go back to some other stuff? Because there's a
Um,
lot.
no, let's just go in order because
Okay.
yeah, because it's like there's a I don't know, just go in order. It's fine.
So, there is a new documentary that's streaming on YouTube called Wait in the Wings, and it's about the history of Chess the musical. So highly recommend everyone watching that. Just to learn a little bit more about chess before it opens in the fall. So the film weaves together stories of the Cold War, the chess world, and it's actually about also the AIDS epidemic in the 80s. Talks about like never before stories. There's interview with past cast members, creative team members, theater critics, historians. So if you know nothing about chess, it's definitely a good watch before the show.
Which is me. I don't know anything about chess.
And me.
So I don't know. Do
I
we want to know or do we want to go blinded? I always get conflicted.
I'm conflicted because I didn't know it's about like the AIDS epidemic and stuff. Now I'm like, is it like really sad?
I have no idea. Is it about chess? The game of chess?
Like at
No.
all? I mean, I know the stage usually is set up as a chessboard.
Yeah.
And the music is by two members of ABBA.
Iconic. I was listening to
So,
that this morning.
you know what? I feel like I need to know a little bit about it. Like, I'm on Wikipedia right now, which obviously is the best way to learn your
Oh yeah.
information. It says it actually takes place in the Cold War era. And actually about a chess tournament between two grandmasters. One's American, one's a Soviet, and they're fighting over a woman who manages one and falls in love with the other.
That's Leah Michelle.
Hmm.
Can we talk about Aaron Tveit just looking so great in the promo? Like so good. They
Skylar
got my
loves her
money just
Aaron.
they got my money just based on that. Good job. Good job.
Hmm.
Good casting.
Hmm. Hmm.
I know nothing about it, but I will be seated.
Hmm. Front row. Front
Front row.
row.
They'd be like, hey. Um,
How y'all doing?
yeah, right. I'm
Hmm.
excited to see that though. I might
Hmm.
I might just not watch it until after we go. I don't know, we'll see.
Hmm. Maybe wait so you don't spoil it.
Right? I
It's up
feel
to
like let's
everyone.
only go in not knowing.
True. We usually enjoy it more.
Yeah. Okay, so Cabaret actually set its final performance, which is gonna be October 19th. But Billy Porter and
Marisha Wallace.
Marisha Wallace, they'll be the final two stars in Cabaret, which I heard
So
that it was gonna be closing for a bit now.
yeah. So Marisha Wallace actually has been Sally Bowles in the West End
Yeah,
for a very long time now. But it's weird. She herself is very interesting. She started on Broadway. She actually was ensemble members in both the original Broadway cast of Aladdin and Something Rotten. but wasn't really getting like lead roles here. And
Hmm.
then she went over to the West End and started getting leads and almost like everything big going
Wow.
on. And she really took off there. I think she won an Olivier Award, like one or two of them. So now this is her first time back in the US since like that. Like she's a huge West
Yeah.
End star, but yet she's from
Jamie
here.
Moscato.
Hmm?
Can Jamie Moscato crossover, please?
Please, please God.
Thanks. Please and thank you.
Um, I actually think Billy Porter could be very interesting as the MC, but am I running to see it? No.
No, I don't know if I could sit through it again. That sounds horrible. I'm just being honest.
I think we also just had a bad experience. We were in the very last row. The
Yeah.
girl in front of us was extremely drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, Cabaret is a good show in general. I just think it was bad. I think if we were closer,
It would have
we
been
we
fun.
would have had a much better experience. But I don't feel like I necessarily need to see Billy Porter.
No, no. I don't know.
Um, so some exciting Mary news
This is great.
is that Jinx Monsoon is going to be taking over as Mary from Titus Burgess,
Great.
in August. So Jinx is going to be in the role from August 4th to September 27th. That is a perfect role for Jinx Monsoon.
Oh my God. I want to see Cole so badly, but also want to see her. Yeah.
Cole only has like a week left.
I know.
hmm I don't know if we're gonna get to Cole. But I kind of now I'm like, do I want to see Titus or do I want to wait for Jinx?
I know it's so conflicting, or we just go again. I don't
That
know,
too,
it's
we could do that.
so conflicting, but that's such a good role for Jigs.
hmm
Such a good role. This is depressing. Like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
hmm
Um, Tom Francis will be leaving Sunset Boulevard on July 6th. And
Honestly,
will
it
be
really irks me, and I'll tell you why.
yes.
Because there's been a few shows now
Yeah.
that have like changed their closing night or changed who's going to be in the final cast, and people have bought tickets to see the final night of the show. And
Yeah.
then if this is announced. So like now people who bought tickets to see the final performance of Sunset Boulevard are not even getting to see Tom Francis.
Yes.
So I know they already what they did. When they announced that Sunset was extended from the 13th to the 20th, they moved everybody's tickets automatically to the 20th.
Yeah, I
But
saw.
like I don't think they're gonna refund just because Tom Francis is not in it. They usually only refund tickets if the person whose name is above the show title is
Yeah.
out. So like if Nicole wasn't gonna be in it, they would do it.
Do you think she's
But
gonna leave?
I think she'll finish the run. I
Yeah.
think if he won the Tony, I'm gonna be honest. I think if he won the Tony, he would have
He would
stayed
be
till the
staying.
end. They said it's because he has another engagement. I really don't think so.
Or
The
unless
timing is weird.
he's gotta tell us the engagement. Like he should just be honest, be like, I'm doing this.
It says it was previously announced. I have not seen anything anywhere.
No, no. They're trying to like, but like again, like honestly, like everybody's shocked by it. So say, oh, I'm working on this project, this
hmm
movie. Just you don't have to name it, but like give us a little sense as to why. Because right now
Yeah.
people are thinking, oh, it's because you lost to Tony. Like, come on.
hmm That's what
Take
I
it.
think. I mean, to be honest, I think that's why a lot of these things are happening. Like, I know Megan Hilty is saying she needs a leave of absence for medical something. We don't know really. But the fact it was announced the day after the Tony Awards, like she was fine
Yeah.
at the Tonys. Like she sang full force. But I'm like, I don't
And she
some
wasn't
of these
leaving.
no, that's why I really feel like some of these things are just like you lost, you feel a little petty and like you're done.
You like your stroke of like an ego thing.
Like I don't want to have that mindset. Maybe that's not nice of me, but the
It's
timing is
fishy.
weird. The timing's weird.
It's fishy. I mean, like Tony, to have a Tony is like an honor,
Mhm.
but you're a young actor.
Yeah.
Like you're
I
just
mean,
starting.
I mean, Sunset was originally supposed to close July 13th. Do you mean to tell me he wasn't going to do the last week of performances and just like why was it not announced till now? That's my question. It's
Yeah,
been announced for months that the show is closing in July. Even if it was the 13th or the 20th. Like, why couldn't this have been announced weeks ago?
because they wanted people's money,
Because now you only have like a week and a half left, really, to see Tom Francis. 2 weeks.
which is messed up. Usually
hmm
people give more time than that.
Yeah, I find it frustrating. And I'm happy for Pierre. Like I
Yeah,
saw a clip of him singing. He's very good, but this is the final Sunset Boulevard week. Last 2 weeks. I think people wanted to see Tom
um,
Francis.
but it's like John Cardozo when he was leaving Mulan, he gave like a month heads up.
hmm
So like I don't understand that. I don't know.
I find it very frustrating.
It's very fishy.
So some very exciting news though. So the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee just announced that they are returning to off-Broadway. They're going to be performing at New World Stages, and the performance is already going to begin on November 7th, and then the opening night is November 17th. And this revival does mark the 20th anniversary. It is a limited run. It's going to be closing already February 15th, but you have like 4 months to catch the show. I definitely want to go see it because I've always been curious to see Spelling Bee, and I really hope it's the same
I
production
was
that they
about
did
to
at the
say,
Kennedy Center.
do you think it'll be the same cast?
I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same cast. I'd be curious if it is because the guy who's playing Dallas now in Outsiders was in the Spelling Bee Kennedy Center cast.
Ah,
So
so
I don't
probably
know. Maybe he would leave. You think he would leave Outsiders?
I don't know. You think so?
I don't know.
I also found out that he was in the Anastasia live thing. We talked about
hmm
that.
Yeah, he played
Okay.
Dimitri in that. Um,
And
I
Kevin
guess we'll
McHale,
see.
right?
hmm
That would be cool.
I hope Kevin McHale comes off Broadway. I'd love to see him.
The New World Stages is kind of thriving.
hmm
Heather's
Are
and
they going to be playing at the same time as Heather's? When does Heather's close? It's a limited run too, right?
I think so. Because that would be a great two-show day. We did that with Drag and Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now.
hmm
We should look into that. That's a good.
I have a
Although
feel.
I will say I've been watching the Heathers, like, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see. It's not the casting of Heather's I would have done, but I think we already spoke about that.
I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see the
hmm
set design.
hmm
Um, this is very exciting. Although I don't know much
Huge.
about it, but I feel like we manifested this in a weird way. And I said that to you. I don't know how, but I feel like we did. And
My
I'm gonna just
husband,
explain that.
my husband's coming back to me.
Mike Feist, Bill Williams,
Mm.
and Justin Vivian are gonna headline St. Anne's Warehouse.
I'm so excited. So the show they're going to be performing is Eugene O'Neill's Anna Christie. It's a new production of the show. It's going to be running November 25th through February 1st.
Oh, November's booked.
November's booked. We're going to this. I
Oh
will
yeah.
not,
Oh yeah.
not miss an opportunity to see Mike Feist.
It's a play,
If I,
right? Or
yes, and if I remember correctly, I think St. Anne's Warehouse is actually in Brooklyn.
Thomas Kail. Isn't he next to Normal?
Yeah, it's in Brooklyn, the theater. Um, Thomas Kill, I have to look up. But
Yeah.
I will not.
Oh my God, he was. I was right.
Oh, he was.
Hamilton,
Mm.
next to Normal.
I will not miss Mike Feist. And I don't want these girls coming to me saying, "Oh, you only like him because challengers." No. I
No.
was an OG Mike Feist fan back from when he was a nobody in Newsies and just the
Hmm.
random background guy playing Morris Delancey.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Like, so if any of these girls freaking come for me, I slap them.
Yeah.
Saying that right now, here and there. I will not, I will not miss the opportunity to see Mike Feist in person again after all these years.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, but he's always been my number. Like, he's my Aaron Tveit. You know, Skylar is Aaron Tveit. I'm Mike Feist. Like,
Yeah. No,
We're
that's
gonna
gonna be
have we're gonna
horrible.
have both our men back on in
Oh
New
my
York.
God. Oh my God. That's
Mm.
big news. That is Broadway
Oh,
news.
I almost fell
Oh my God.
backwards in my
Don't do that. Don't do that.
chair.
That's not what Mike Feist does to you. Oh my.
Ooh,
Did you watch Challengers? I watched it in the movie theater.
I've
Oof.
seen I've seen honestly most of it through
TikTok.
TikTok, but
Yeah. It
like,
was a good movie.
that's my man. Oh my man, I love
Love
him
him so.
so. You never know. Okay,
Yeah, literally.
well, that's the least last piece of Broadway news.
Oh, look at that.
So interesting week, sad week.
A
A
lot going on.
lot of changes.
Yeah, we don't do well with change. We don't.
Oh, we don't know.
No. Now, with old friends, do we want to just like yap about it? Or do we want to long form it?
I think we can long form and go through our
You think
usual.
so?
I'm curious to know what the actual rating we give it is.
Hmm.
I don't think it's going to be necessarily long though. I think we could be quick in each category and then yap a little.
Yeah, because we were obsessed.
hmm So, as you all know, 'cause we haven't done a review already in quite a few weeks with all the Tony stuff going on. The way we
Go
do the
on.
reviews is first we're going to give you a quick little synopsis about the show, and then we break the show down into 8 different categories. We rank each category on a scale of 1 to 10. We add up the totals, divide by 8 to get our average rating for the show out of 10. The categories are costumes, set design, songs and music, choreography, book, ambiance slash crowd control, casting choices, and acting pacing. And Skylar's putting her finger up. Yes, Miss Skylar.
JJ just announced that he's leaving Hamilton
Oh,
August
I
3rd.
saw that. I forgot to mention. I
Wow.
saw
Okay.
that.
Sorry.
hmm
Interesting.
That was quick. I wonder what he's going to be in. Obviously, he's going to be in something else, which is why he's leaving.
Yeah, right? Or is he just leaving? Okay, sorry.
Sure,
Continue.
he's in something else. So anyway, and then the honorary category that we always discuss is how was the theater bathrooms, which Old Friends was like a whole. No, that was Pirates I'm thinking of. Old Friends, did we go to the bathrooms? I don't think we did.
No, we did. We definitely did. It was
Oh, we
downstairs.
did. It was a one stall.
No.
No, that was Pirates.
No, it was downstairs. With all the pictures of Stephen Sondheim on the wall.
Oh, I think you used the potty. I don't think I did.
I think it was okay. I don't think I have complaints.
It was eight.
No line.
Right?
No line. That's a 10 for me when there's no line.
Very true. We were also there early though.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, a quick synopsis about Old Friends. It's not really a show to synopsisize, if that's a word. It really is
Synopsis.
just a collection of Stephen Sondheim's greatest hits from all of his most well-known shows, such as Company, Sunday in a Park with George, Sweeney Todd. There's music from Into the Woods, and it's just like, what would you say, maybe 20 to 30 of the greatest hits. Um, and then they it's really just honoring Stephen Sondheim's legacy. The cast is stacked. It has Bernadette Peters, Leah Salonga, Kyle Selig, um, Gavin Lee, Beth Level. The list
Amazing.
goes on and on.
And when we say we were sobbing, we were sobbing. Like didn't even realize we were crying at
hmm
points. I think what
hmm
got me was a Sunday in the Park with George. I
hmm
just tears.
I didn't expect to be so moved.
Right?
hmm
It was so good.
Well, I guess beginning with the costumes, I loved the costumes because everyone was just, it was treated as a real cabaret show. Everyone was in simple black costumes, but they changed costumes, but it was always in like the black pattern. Besides the Sweeney's Todd stuff, they went into a real character piece. And
Yeah.
also with Into the Woods because it's more of a character piece. Like Bernadette came out on Little Red Riding Hood. But for the most part, everyone was just in gorgeous black gowns and tuxedos, and it was simple, it was elegant and divine.
I just yeah, like I absolutely loved it. Like even the wolf, still had his tuxedo on, but it was like
hmm
unbuttoned and he had a little bit of
hmm
like the wolf stuff. it was amazing to me how they were able to shift in and out of characters. And
Mm,
even like you don't need a big costume to do it. And I think it just shows
mm,
how great of actors and actresses they really are.
mm. The flow was so well done. And like they would just jump from song to song. And like you have
Yeah.
Leah Salonga for a minute belting out this huge heartfelt number, and then second later she comes on and Mrs. Lovett.
Yeah, like amazing.
And it's
It's a
like a personality switch like this. I give costumes definitely a 10. And honestly, because we kind of already talking about it, acting choices. I
hmm.
definitely would give a 10 because I
Oh
think they
yeah.
each really honored the number and you could tell they understand Stephen Sondheim's music. Like it is some of the hardest music to sing in theater repertoire. You know, he sings most of his songs are just minor notes. Like it is crazy hard to do, but they did it all. They didn't miss a beat. They were in character the entire time. They jumped from show to show to show.
Yeah.
The flow never ended.
And
The
getting
pacing
married
was
today,
incredible.
like the
Oh my
fact that she was
God.
able to sing that, like that, anybody who can do that, you get a 10. Because
Yeah.
what? And act at the same time? Like
That num
crawling on the floor and like what?
that number alone stole the show. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
so well done.
But I also loved when the three men came out and did their little like with the oh my
Oh
God.
yes.
Yeah, like a little tap number.
I also loved how Agony was done. That was hilarious.
Loved. Like it was just a 10. It was just a 10.
You know what number I really loved? You gotta get a gimmick.
So funny.
Was
So funny.
done so well. Their acting was top tier. Like they purposely were trying to act like old strippers, like that are bored of their job and just like smoke all day, and it was so
It
funny.
was so funny. I just
Songs and music, I think we have to just give it an automatic 10 out of 10 because of Stephen Sondheim.
oh yeah. But also like they really honored him. I loved
They
when you
did.
walked in, there was a picture of him on the sides, and there was like
Hmm
a light almost like illuminating him. And at the end too, the orchestration, like what? It was so
Well, yeah,
good.
I was gonna say that too. The music alone, the orchestra was incredible. They did not miss a beat, and their music was so lively and so full. It really was stunning.
It really
And just
was.
because you brought it up already, like a little bit in set design, the set was really just Stephen Sondheim on the sides, like pictures of him lit up.
Hmm.
And on the stage, they had like these two like little like ramps, and they had like these music notes spelling out Stephen Sondheim's name across the stage, which was stunning. And then they did have these like this one little set that would come in and out of like a house that they would use for like the West Side Story stuff
Mhm.
and the Sweeney Todd stuff, just to like close it in and kind of bring you to a specific location and time. But
Yeah.
the way they did it with going in and out was done so well. They didn't need more than that. A small set was fine.
Yeah. It was kind of amazing. Like the Sweeney Todd sequence was amazing. And even like the little props they had.
Hmm
Like you didn't need crazy amount, but they knew that you needed pies in some way. Or
hmm
like mixing bowls. And I like that because they could have totally skipped it.
hmm
But it just made it a whole. That was amazing. Even like the people coming, like you have, I'm gonna sneeze.
hmm
Ah,
Bless you.
thank you. Like the Rapunzel at the top. I love that with her hair coming down. I don't
It
know.
was
Like
so
they
funny.
could have skipped it because it's like a cabaret, but I like that they didn't.
But it was very minimal. But again, it
Yeah,
was minimal in a smart way. And that's the issue shows are having nowadays is what is too minimal and what is just enough.
exactly.
Um, Speaking of minimal, this is not with old friends. This is kind of off topic for a second. But
Yeah.
another Broadway news this week was that Evita started their performances on the
Yes.
West End. And it looks like they're taking a very similar minimalistic approach in a way to Sunset Boulevard. And again, they're singing outside and doing a walk. When this time she's doing it on a balcony. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on that?
I go
No.
back and forth.
Hmm.
Um, I liked Sunset in the way that it was unique in that aspect, but now if Jamie Lloyd is just gonna do that for every show, it makes me not like it as much.
It
Like
makes it
I
less
feel like
special.
yeah, I feel like Sunset we were so wowed by the camera work and all that. And I feel like if we see a Vita and it's like the same thing, we're like, oh, they're just copying Sunset. Not, oh, it's a Vita. Like, you know what I mean?
But also, it made sense for Sunset because Sunset was about Hollywood. The camera work goes hand in hand with that. Avita has nothing to do with camera work. I understand why she's performing that number on a balcony
Yeah.
and like she's
Like that makes
overlooking the
sense.
town, but the camera work part,
And like, do you hear the people like out in the street like cheering and like whooping? Like that would annoy
yeah.
me in the audience.
Yeah, you're paying to hear Don't Cry for Me Argentina and then she's singing it on the balcony.
Why is Diego covered in like paint?
Apparently, from what I read online, is like at the end of the show, it's supposed to be as if he's on like an acid trip or something, which has again nothing to do with the Vita. And
Yeah, wait, what?
also, yeah, that's what I heard. And what's also weird is again, you have the male lead ending the show in black boxer briefs with something all over his body, shirtless. It's like, way to just take Sunset Boulevard and do it again.
That's weird. That's weird. I wouldn't have thought like an acid trip. That wouldn't. I don't know how we got there. I would
That's
like.
what I
I'm
read online. I don't know
curious to
how
see how
accurate
you
it
get
is,
there.
but yeah, that's what I read online. I don't know. I kind of hope though it transfers to the US. Now I'm really curious to see it.
Well, now, yeah, I want to see it just because I want to make my own opinion. But I'm scared that we'll be like, oh, this is just trying to be like Sunset.
Hmm. So far, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, back to old friends. Sorry for that change of topic for a second. I meant to bring that up. Um, okay. Next is choreography.
Okay.
Again, yeah,
Obsessed.
you go ahead.
I just love that although it was like again like a cabaret style, they still like incorporated like that old-timey like steps. And I love that at
Mhm.
the end, I don't know what it's called because I'm not a dance person, but when they were all like kicking forward.
A kick line?
No, they were just doing the little I don't know. Watch the videos on you on TikTok of the curtain call. I don't
Mhm.
know, it just brings you back to like when the original cast were doing the shows.
Mhm. It's
And even though
classic Broadway.
yeah, and that's why I liked it. And it was simple but like effective. Like it wasn't like over the top where like, okay, come on guys, like stop. And even like the solo numbers, I loved um I forget what the song was, but that guy who was singing by himself from
Oh, he sang from
Salonga.
Follies. I don't remember the name of it. The one blues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that too because like I was never bored. Even if it was like one person on stage doing a song, the way that they were acting it and dancing it, it was like so entertaining. And it was simple but effective.
Yeah, it was very intriguing, every number. Like I felt like one number was better than the next. And like the
Yeah.
choreography of even the way Into the Woods was choreographed with them all jumping over the stage like they're into the woods and they're jumping over
Yes.
the ramps. Like they made use
Love.
of the set, the very limited set. They really used it to its fullest. Um, but even I like that there wasn't really any major dancing in the show. The dancing was minimalistic too. It was just like a swaying of the hips or a swaying of the arms. But
Yes.
it was enough. It was all you
Exactly.
needed.
Like it wasn't over the top.
Because this is the thing. This show is not about the choreography. This show is about Stephen Sondheim's music. And I felt like they were very true to that message.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, what would you rate it?
I mean, I hate to be like this, but I'm gonna say it again, a 10.
Same. The book. There really is no book, but I
Yeah.
think that's why I give the book a 10, is because it didn't need a book. Like,
No.
Jonathan Larson project was all about, yes, they did all his music, but they also spoke a little bit about him and the history they had. Like, they stopped to play videos of him. I
Yeah.
like that Old Friends did not do that. It really was just music focused. And at the very end, as they were singing, you had a slideshow of Sondheim, But like, you know what? The show is not about here's the history of him. It's about look at how much he did for
For
Broadway,
Broadway
how
and
much
for
he did for
them.
musical theater.
And I did love that they included like old pictures of them with like Bernadette with him and stuff
Yeah,
like that. You can
it
see
was
like that was the
beautiful.
start of her career. And she
Hmm.
owes a lot of her career to him.
A
Yeah, I
lot.
liked it and it all flowed. Even when they would jump from different shows, it still all
Hmm.
flowed. There was no moment where like, oh, that makes no sense. It all
Hmm.
flowed so perfectly together.
Hmm. I mean, it was very smart. And they did the right
Yeah.
shows at the right time. Like I like that it didn't necessarily go in order of when he released the shows either. It bounced around as to what melds into what. Well, like to be honest, like for example, they did Into the Woods in Act 1 and Sweeney Todd in it was Act 2, correct?
No.
Well, no, no.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
Into
Act
the
One.
Woods was near the opening of Act 1. Sweeney Todd was near the opening. It was near the ending of Act 2,
Okay.
Act 1. And then
Yeah.
they opened Act 2 with West Side Story. Like, I
Yes.
like that all of the main character shows were separated out with just some, like, dabbles of songs in between. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, I think Into the Woods right after Sweeney Todd would have felt like too much to me.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like it was very like you have something jarring and then you have something like less jarring.
Hmm.
Because I think Sweeney Todd went into Sunday in the Park, right? I'm pretty
No, I
sure.
think, didn't Sweeney Todd just end Act 1? What ended Act 1?
Sunday in the Park. Sunday.
Oh, then yeah, then I went into Sunday the Park. That's what ended it.
Yeah.
Um,
So good.
ambiance and crowd control, definitely a 10 out of 10.
Oh my
That
God, it was the best
audience
crowd
was
ever.
thriving.
And respectful. We had two women in front of us who were so excited. And even though they were dancing a little bit, they weren't obnoxious.
No.
Nobody
No
was
one
talking.
no one was talking, no one was recording. Everyone really was like respecting the piece of art that was happening in front of them. Everyone was kind. Um,
Everybody was kind.
it actually felt like a very inviting crowd.
It really was. And like we were like we got there and the woman in front of us was so excited and I overheard her and I was like, we're so excited too. And like
Hmm.
there's like camaraderie in the fact that we're all like, oh my God, we're this close. Oh, we didn't even say how we got our tickets.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
which we'll talk about. We got second row and we were all like, we're gonna be this close to Bernadette Peters and Leia Salonga. Like, how is that possible? How is that possible?
I can't believe we were that close.
Yeah.
We got our tickets actually on Today Tix. We did the rush.
Yeah,
Um,
somehow. It
second row
automatically.
seats.
It was at 9 o'clock. I think I clicked on it, right? I think I clicked on it. I was offered
Yeah.
that. I was like, what? Okay, we're going.
Yeah, we didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
So crowd control, 10 out of 10, and casting choices. I mean, everyone was better than the next person. And you
Yeah.
know what? I think everyone, even the ensemble, were on the same level as Bernadette and Leia. Like they stood
A
out because
hundred
they're Bernadette
percent.
and Leia Salonga. But I'm sorry,
Yeah.
some of my favorite numbers were done by the ensemble members. And I loved that it was a true ensemble show. Everyone really had their moment to
Yep.
shine. Almost everyone had a solo or a duo or a trio, and everyone really
They were all
had a moment in
incredible.
the spotlight. One was better than the next. They were
Like
absolutely
nobody
wonderful.
was like even like that Peter, we found out
Hmm.
his name.
Yeah.
He didn't have a solo, but yet he shined. Like they
Hmm.
made sure to make sure he shined and they
He
like
had
it
like
was
he had a
amazing.
couple like little lines here and there. He was like the true ensemble member. There was one guy and one girl that really you could tell were on the younger side. And they were
Yeah,
there to kind of fill in the stage more. But even they had their little lines here and there. Like
it was so good.
it was incredible. So obviously we don't even need to do a ramble because we gave every category a 10, which means the show we
Yeah.
gave it a 10 out of 10, which is I think was our only ever 10 out of 10 that we've given. I think our only other one we did was Boop.
Wow. We loved it, guys. Like we felt so lucky to be in that room. Like I
I
don't
would
think I
go
ever
again.
felt that level of like we're thriving. Like
Hmm.
when Bernadette came out and sang Not a Day Goes By from Merrily, the
Hmm.
tears that flew out of my eyes was like insane because I never thought because I'm that type of person, I'm that weirdo who goes on YouTube and tries to find live things. And I've been listening to her version for years now. And
Hmm.
like sitting there and listening to her sing that, I was like, I never thought in my lifetime I could be able to say I was this close to Bernadette Peters and heard her sing this.
Never. I never thought we would see Leah Salonga directly
Oh,
in front of us, belting out for dear life in such a small, intimate room. Like
like how?
I was in full-fledged tears. Full-fledged.
Literally, it was just insane. It was just insane. And like I felt so lucky. Like I don't know. I know that's a little dramatic, but I almost felt like we made it somehow. Like
Hmm.
it was
I
just
really appreciated the night. Like it just made me so happy. I would honestly go back to that again in a heartbeat.
it's closing soon, I believe.
Hmm.
I think the 27th. It was a limited
Yeah,
run.
if you haven't seen it yet, you should be running.
Yeah, like literally, what are you doing right now? Go tomorrow.
Yeah. Go tomorrow. Go tonight.
Yeah, go tonight. Yeah, it's ending June 29th.
Yeah, so run.
Literally run.
Don't walk. Um, so yeah, I guess that's really it for the week. So before
Great
we
week.
manifest once again, please, like always, follow us on social media at love letters to Broadway at Gmail. Wait,
We can't even blame that it's late.
we
It's
can't.
not.
No, it's just me being me. So yeah, not on TikTok at Gmail. Yeah. No, on TikTok you can follow us at Love Letters to BWay with one Y and on Instagram at Love Letters to BWay with two Ys. Why? Because one Y wasn't available.
Wah wah.
Now, for all business inquiries, you can reach out to us at loveletterstobroadway@gmail.com. Once again, it's at loveletterstobroadway@gmail.com. You can reach us 24/7. I don't sleep, so you'll get me most of the time. But, very early morning when I finally, catch a little snooze, you'll get Skylar because she wakes up early and is an early bird. Um,
I mean,
and
I'm there. You'll probably hear from me too. It's not like I'm not replying. I
no,
just
she does reply, but like at
yeah.
midnight, you're not gonna get Skylar.
No, because I've been waking up at 5 a.m. for some odd reason.
Yeah, and that's when I go to sleep. The other night, Skylar was like in bed by like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I've been going to sleep by 8:20. I think it's depression, but okay.
Skylar!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Um, and then, okay, so manifest. Well, before we manifest, let's discuss a little bit what we're doing because now this episode's going to come out after we do it. So, as you all know, my birthday was this week.
Yes.
And for my birthday, Skylar and I are going this Saturday to see the matinee of The Outsiders. Surprise,
Naturally.
surprise. But listen, one, we haven't gone in quite a bit, and two, we actually bought our tickets this time directly from the box office. We
Yeah.
decided to try that out to see if we get tickets without fees, but also we didn't really want to risk with the rush line. We want to know we had seats we really wanted, and we are really excited because we got tickets in the box on the right side, the
Yeah.
very first box, box A, which is last time we were in box B, so this is closer than last time.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love a box because it's just the two of us sitting in the box together,
Driving.
thriving, loving life,
Smacking
giggling.
each other.
Yeah, and you know what? It when we sat in the box for the first time, I think that was like my favorite memory of us at Outsiders, like
Well,
ever.
because Brody was in. That was the first time.
Well, that
And
too, but also it was just like us enjoying
no, it was
life.
great. Like that
And
was a high. That was a high.
definitely, definitely. Like I'd rather that honestly than even front row. Because I feel like at front row, one, you got all these people around you like, am I gonna get the book? Am I gonna get the book? And like you have
Yeah.
like you can't like smack each other the same way because you don't want the cast members to see that you're hitting each other from them being shirtless during the rumble. Like here we get to just enjoy ourselves.
I am like in denial that we're actually going Saturday.
I
Like
know
I'm
we gotta
so
look good.
excited.
We gotta dress nicely. We're gonna
Yeah. I'm gonna be
thrive.
tan. I'm gonna be tan.
Mhm. So I am manifesting.
Hmm.
I really want Josh to be in as Johnny. That's all I
I
want.
agree.
And
Wait, for Saturday, what date is that?
For Saturday, June 21st, the 2 o'clock matinee, I am manifesting that Josh Roble will be on as Johnny. Brody Grant will be in as Ponyboy for
Yep.
Skylar.
Mm-hmm.
And you're welcome. And I also manifest that as Soda Pop, we're gonna see Davis. Because I know Jason
Yeah.
has his nose issues right now.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
That's the combo I want. That's the cast combo. There's also some people I would manifest in or out, but that's a private conversation between me and Skylar. We have our casting we like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we're gonna do a two-show day for my
Yeah.
birthday, and we don't have an evening show. So I manifest that either we
Yeah.
win the lottery for Little Shop of Horrors,
I'm pulling for
we
that. Yeah.
pulling for that.
Yeah.
Either that, or we win the lottery for Operation Mincemeat, which I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Or, but I really want Little Shop. Or we end up rushing and seeing Tom Francis in Sunset Boulevard for what may be the last time.
That's depressing.
I
I
don't even want to think
so
about it.
for sorry, what was the date again? The
June
21st?
21st.
For the June 24th, 8 o'clock, 21st, 8 o'clock show, we're manifesting. Let's do Little Shop.
I really want Little Shop. I want to see Graham Phillips.
Yeah, we're manifesting Little Shop of Horrors for the 8 o'clock show. A lottery win. Okay. Thank you,
Yes, ma'am.
universe.
I also manifest that we're going to have a really good interaction or conversation or something special is going to happen. We're going to see something special is going to happen on the street or in a restaurant wherever we eat dinner that day.
Ooh, can we do a personal manifestation? Oh my God, I can't talk. Manifestation for Skylar?
Yes, you want to do it on the podcast? You want to do it off air?
No, off air. But you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
know what you mean. But actually, um, that also reminds me, can I manifest that something interesting happens to us at dinner? And also, to be specific, I think we should go eat again at Gyukaku.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Okay,
I
perfect.
agree. That was yummy.
That was delicious. I want a good meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iconic.
Iconic. And that's it for this week.
I can't wait. Much needed. I wish it
I'm
was
so
tomorrow.
excited.
I wish it was tomorrow.
I'm so excited.
I have off
I
tomorrow
know.
though.
Ugh, I'm so jealous. I don't. But I'm
So
gonna
much.
see some more family and celebrate my birthday a little bit more. So I'm excited for that.
That's exciting.
hmm I got that. And then there's something on Friday. What's crazy is I don't remember what.
Mm.
I don't actually, maybe there's not anything Friday. I don't know. My brain doesn't work anymore. Well, anyway,
All right. Thanks for listening.
hopefully, wait, one more thing.
Oh,
I also manifest we find a Labubu. Okay, bye everyone.
yeah. Bye, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.